Hello team. Firstly, big thanks to all of you who watched my video last week. I think it got a positive enough response to go with the second one. So here we are. I'm going to again try and bring in some ideas from sports science and psychology. So last week we looked at what we gain from playing as one team, not a group of 11 individuals. We also looked at the importance of maintaining a positive mental attitude as individuals and across the team. We want to make better decisions leading to better outcomes on the pitch. In training and the match, Luke and myself saw noticeable improvements this week in both teamwork and attitude. So big thanks for listening to us and taking on board what we're trying to do. Last week was also the first step in a plan to deliver a soft reset to our season. I could see that as a team we've gotten ourselves stuck in a rut. We're putting far too much emphasis on our results and not enough emphasis on building the platform that will take us forwards into the rest of the season. We want to focus on what we can do, not dwell and find excuses for what we didn't do. And this week we want to look at in more depth what motivates us, and that's quite an easy answer. It's both our wants and our needs. Wants can motivate us in the wrong way and are often very superficial. And knowing what you need can be harder to see. But if we focus on our needs over our wants, we'll all live happier and more fulfilling lives, and that can also be taken into the team environment. So, you know, you're all going to want different things being part of this team, but you all have the same core needs, and I need to address that to make the team work. As humans, really, we have 6 basic needs which are going to flow into each other. We have certainty. You need constant outcomes and reaction to your actions. This gives you a feeling of safety. Without certainty, you're going to feel helpless. Direction, you need to feel that you can change things for the better. Without direction, you're going to feel hopeless. Significance, you need to feel important and needed. Without significance, you're going to feel worthless. Connection, you need to feel part of something, can be loved. And without that connection, you're just going to feel lost. Growth, you need to improve at what you do. Without growth, you'll feel that your life is spiralling backwards. And then there's contribution. You need to give as well as take. And without contribution, you'll feel empty in whatever you do. So that's what Luke and I will be focusing on this year. Building a team that addresses your need for certainty, direction, significance, connection, growth, contribution. I know you'll want to win, and I know you'll feel the pain from losing at the moment, but do we need to win just to move forwards? Yes and no is my honest answer. Winning alone does not define us, but it's important to reinforce that hard work has payback. It's part of the answer, but it's not what we need. You can play fantastic football and still lose, and you can play awful and win. The result doesn't always define your performance. So the simple act of winning is a quick sugar-coated rush that can be quickly forgotten unless we get that hit again. And we want that lasting feeling of fuzziness, that when we play together as a team, it's built on something far stronger and more meaningful. It's about being part of our team and playing football together on a Saturday, and how that makes you feel. We won 20 games last season, and 7 players still left as they didn't feel we addressed the needs sufficiently as a team. The act of winning itself wasn't enough for them. So we need to offer more, and this season we really will try and do that. When we do start winning again, and we will, it's going to be so much more because it's going to be built on a much larger whole. So back to the reset and getting out of our rut. So the first step we need to do is try and get some perspective. I think there was an element of denial in all of us about where we found ourselves over the summer. We need to move on from being last season's under-15s team to being this season's under-16 team. We're facing our toughest challenge yet as a team. We find ourselves in a Premier Division, a regional league made up of the best teams from 4 counties. This is the top table of grassroots table. There aren't any easy games this season. They're all hard. It's true that we've lost some quality players over the summer. It would help to earn the right to be in this division. But what an opportunity that creates for all of you to step up into. That challenge isn't something to run away from. It's something to embrace. It's an opportunity for all of you to show how good you really are as footballers. And what we can achieve together when you work as a team. We've earned the right to play at this level, so we should relish it regardless of the results. We're going to lose games this season, but we're going to grow stronger as a team by doing it. To move forwards, you must realise that as players, it's only you who hold the power to change the direction of our season on the pitch. You'll have to buy into how we move forwards as one team, or we're going to fail. We have to do it together. You need to believe in a group that you can compete at this level. Luke and I know you can. We've seen it in the last 3 matches. You're losing because you're making mistakes, not because you're not good enough to be here. We need can-do attitudes. We need to make better choices in matches and have the confidence to create better outcomes on the pitch. Winners don't wait to be asked. They take the opportunity and they own it. Luke and I are working hard to create good habits to help us achieve that. And that's why we keep asking you to do the same simple things over and over again in training and in the matches. It's the bad habits that we've all got that are killing us at the moment. And this, in a way, is a reflection of the high level we're playing at. We've always had these bad habits. They've just never been punished so regularly and so harshly before. If we take a step back and look at last week, firstly, training, excellent session. Without doubt, the best training session we've had since we started as under-16s. Positive vibe, you listened. When the energy and sharpness of any player dropped below the level we wanted, you all saw it as a team. Also you all accepted those penalty runs together. You saw it as a way of getting the group's focus back. Big thumbs up. Let's keep that going. Some really nice passing in that first drill. Lesson you didn't learn maybe was that if something's not working, you need to try something different. Play the balls down the flanks if it's not working through the middle. Also, first good habit maybe to learn, look before we pass. Second drill, some great 1v1 defending. Also some not so great 1v1 defending. That's why we practice. That's why we try and learn to get better. Key good habit, no diving in. Yeah? Still seeing it, we need to wipe that out. One negative from training I do need to address though is I don't want to see any more reckless challenges going in. I've seen far too much of it over the last couple of weeks, and from this week going forwards, if I see it once, it's going to be a yellow card. I'm going to ask you to sit out for 10 minutes. If the same player does it again, it's going to be a red card, and I'm going to have to ask you to end your session there. So just to be clear, what we don't want to see is we don't want to see players going through the back of them in the tackle. We don't want to see players leaving their foot in, sliding in. We don't want to see body charges. We don't want to see hits in the back. And we don't want to see bitchiness off the ball. We need to respect our teammates. Training is a safe place for the whole team. We've got a game to play the next morning. I can't have players getting injured at training the night before. We just haven't got a big enough squad and enough players for that. If you've got a problem with anyone in the team, talk to Luke, talk to me, and we'll sort it the right way. If you've got a problem with me or Luke, talk to the club. Everything can get sorted. And just while I think about it, just something I forgot in last week's video, you have to let me know if you're injured or you're carrying an injury. If you're injured in a match, go down, stay down. If you get up and the referee starts play, I can't sub you off. I can't do anything about it. So just turning to the match on Saturday, again, much, much, much better. You played as a team, you supported each other, you never gave up when things didn't work or go our way. And at the end, you all rolled up that the ref had disallowed that late goal, not about the result. And I like that. You're upset about the right things. When we conceded that goal right at the start of the second half, you didn't drop your heads. You actually went up a gear, you came together, and you played probably the best football we've seen this season. In the second half, you started to pass the ball to each other, flurries of 4 or 5 passes, started creeping into our play, you were finding space, you were moving, you were putting pressure on the opposition. You started to create goal-scoring opportunities of your own. You were finding ways to play football at this high level. It's really encouraging to see. In truth, we only lost this match because our bad habits defeated us. All 3 goals scored by Caddington were a direct result of our failure to clear our lines when we'd won the ball back in the defensive part of the pitch. It was self-inflicted. Only team that ever wants the ball kept alive in our defensive third is the opposition. We have to make it so hard for these teams to score against us. Good habits. If it's in the defensive third, always play safe. No excuses every time. Just take the pressure off yourselves. When we lose the ball, we need to press the ball carrier immediately. Stop the ball being played forwards. Delay the counter-attack. Force an error. The initial press also needs cover. It needs 2 of you working together as a pair. When you lose the ball, the player closest to the ball carrier presses. The next closest player covers. We just keep it simple so you always know what to do. The goalkeeper dropped quite a few shots in that game, but no one was there to tap them in. We had shots rolled past the far post. No one was there. Don't stop and watch play at times. All of you, get involved. So good habits. Work in pairs. Don't get isolated. This applies in defensive and attacking play, to the back line, to the midfield and to the forwards. We need to always be working together. So that's it. I'll see you on Friday. Let's get better and better each week. Thank you.